Hello once again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back for another episode of Technic Minecraft. Sorry about the delay. We've been experiencing a lot of problems, especially myself personally. Though it looks like things are starting to finally become under control. Anyway, back to the game. So this is the second upload. The first upload did not work because of audio problems. So we're going to do this again. Anyway, here we go. It's been a big update since the last time we played. Of course, the house is done up a little bit more. And now we have a second little shack behind the house. I guess if you could call this little. It's actually my workshop. How about that? We got a little industrial craft going on in here. We got 2 macerators, 2 extractors, 2 stoves. We have an MFE for energy storage. As you can see, we're totally maxed out right now. That was a little bit quick. If I'm moving fast, I'll explain in a minute. I'm just going through and trying to get you guys up to date what's going on. Here we have our low voltage solar arrays. We got 4 of them, as a matter of fact. So that's an equivalent of 16. That's 16 regular solar panels. So talk about having a ton of energy flowing through. Up at the top, if I can get up here real quick, we have our updated energy condensers. Well, yeah, and here's our energy condenser. As you can see, we have a ton of diamonds generated. Now, in the last video, you saw me go ahead and make the Mach 2 collectors. The Mach 3 now is what I'm using. Unfortunately, like I said, the first video had issues and audio issues. You didn't see me make it, so I'm going to go ahead and try to give you a quick show of what all that was about. First, I will show you the collector, and what was that? This is the Mach 3 collector, and it's simply made by using red matter. You take 6 glowstone, actually 7 glowstone, you surround it with the Mach 2 that you had built previously, and add 1 redstone. That gives you the Mach 3 collector. So what I have here is roughly about 17 of these collectors in this whole flower. I have 17 collectors with 5 relays, excuse me. I have 5 Mach 3 relays. And I will show you real quick about the Mach 3 relay here. Now this is the Mach 3 relay. It takes 7 obsidian, just like before, with the Mach 2 relay and 1 red matter. So for this whole array I have right now, it's about 5 relays. So about 5 red matters will be needed, plus a ton of obsidian. You can do the math on that one. My brain's working a mile a minute here. Sorry about that. But yeah, that's about the formula I use. 5 relays and 17 collectors. Now with the Mach 3s, you really don't have to use glowstones. They say the collectors generate their own light, so you don't need them. But I kind of do it anyway by myself, just to make sure. I want that 100% verification. I need to have that justification there anyway. So even if it's not necessary, I'm doing it just for myself. And as you can see, after a little while, you'll have a ton of diamonds generated. So with that, yeah, it's awesome. So, I mean, I think it's maybe like 1 or 2 game times worth is what I'm trying to say. So it generates diamond, I think, 1 diamond every 6 or 7 seconds. To remember, I think it's somewhere between 6 to 8 seconds. And that is ridiculously fast. Anyway, moving on. Here's my Kleinstar sphere. This was something else I upgraded from the last time I did this video. It takes 4 Kleinstar Viers. Now, that was what I had in the last video. Previously, I had Kleinstar Drays. So, 4 Kleinstar Drays will give you the Kleinstar Vier. If we can go back, 4 Kleinstar Viers will give you the Kleinstar Sphere. We're slowly working our way back to the Omega, I should say. And believe me, the Omega Sphere holds the most in the game. It is ridiculous. Weapon-wise, I had the dark matter sword, which got upgraded, of course. We have a red matter sword. We took that dark matter sword and we put 2 little red matter blobs in here. which gave us the red matter sword. And it's not exactly a lot more powerful than a dark matter. It may be on par with the nano saber. Maybe not by much. I still think maybe the saber does slightly bit of more damage. Anyway, so much for that. We've updated our dark matter pickaxe. We have that now. We've updated our shovel, and we put efficiency 5 on it. I'll show you how that was done in a moment. Iron axe has fortune 3. Once again, I'll show you how that was done. Our armor has some enchantments on it as well. We have diamond armor. Respiration 3, which is great for swimming. Projectile protection 4, which is great against those stupid skeletal archers. It makes life a lot easier. Swimming 3 makes going through water a breeze. And I do mean a breeze. And then there's striding 3 on the boots, which gives me this speedy walking effect. Crazy, ain't it? And if you think this is crazy, the swimming is even more ridiculous. I think I might actually move faster in the water. Let me jump in a big pile of water and I'll show you. It is ridiculous. Okay, maybe not too ridiculous, but it's a lot faster than what it was before. Alright, so anyway, going back. Let's head back now. That looks like the sun's going down. Oh yeah, the sun's going down. Anyway, I will show you the house, what has happened in the house, and how I broke everything down. Oh, stupid jellyfish. Now, one of the awesome things about... I am using Thaumcraft, by the way. And one of the awesome things about Thaumcraft is I actually use the Charm of Life and the Charm of Vigor. The Charm of Light, well, the Charm of Vigor, first and foremost, lets me get more air underwater. So as soon as I'm about to drown, it refreshes my air bar. As soon as I get hungry, it fills me up. I never starve with this in. Now, under the normal circumstances, this would take damage, and after a while it would break, which means you could put it in the alchemy bag. But, thanks to Thaumcraft again, with a self-repair enchant, I can enchant this thing with the self-repair, and it lasts forever. The self-repair enchant makes it invulnerable. Charm of Life, this automatically regenerates my health. Once again, with the self-repair enchant, this isn't a problem. If it wasn't for those enchants, both of those trinkets would break. No doubt about it. But going down into the basement, here we go. The brain room. That's right, we finally got the actual... Where is it at? We finally got the discovery for brain in a jar. Now, in order to get brain in a jar, you have to keep slaying the red-eyed zombies. You have to get a ton of brains. It all comes down to luck. You may get 1 or 2. You may have to wait after a whole stack. But after a while, you will get the recipe for brain in a jar. And it will show up brain in a jar in the actual table. So here we go. Once I get out of here, there we go. The brain, the glass, and soul fragment gives you 1 brain in a jar. And I went through a freaking ridiculous amount. Not just trying to research it, but as you can see, just to make this wall. But it is well worth it, because researching on this thing is a breeze. And once again, when you have all them diamonds, you can make diamond block, or block of diamond. And research, again, ridiculously awesome. So we just have so much stuff. We have the Thalmic Crucible, which doesn't let V overflow. I have all my pipes, my conduit underground. You've seen this thing. This thing is absolutely awesome. This lets me select any enchant I want, including the self-repair. I can put self-repair on Crystalline Bell. I don't even have to put it in the alchemy bag. It is just that freaking sweet. What can I say? This is the occult this is the occult enchantment, or enchant table. Excuse me. the occultic chanter. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. So by using a brain in a jar again with a Thalmic enchanter, followed by the extract of purest magic, we get this thing for 200 V. Now I'll put this back real quick. I will show you how I made extract of purest magic, and it's not difficult, not at all. You get 1 V crystal followed by a water bottle, which is very easy to make. Follow that with shimmer leaf. You will get extract of purest magic. To get a glass bottle, all you do is you take 3 pieces of glass into a V shape, and you get a bottle, a plain glass bottle. From there, you just take it to any water source, and you can get water, and that's how you make water bottles. So making it is pretty easy. It's not that hard at all. And ultimately, you can get yourself the nice occultic enchant. Where's it at? Where's the other one at? The occultic enchanter. One of these days I'll get that right. But in order to get it, you have to get the Thalmic enchanter. Here it is, Thalmic enchanter, and this is how you make that. You use your regular old enchantment table with, once again, extract of purest magic, followed by 1 V conduit. So all in all, to get to the occultic enchanter, it's not hard. Basically, you go with the enchantment table, you use that with these. You will get your Thalmic enchanter. Then you just take that Thalmic enchanter and you use the other ones for the occultic enchanter. So basically, the brain in a jar makes a difference there. And it pretty much lets you make whatever you want. Now, here's the other room I designated. I should put a sign on these things. This is my equivalent exchange room. Real impressive, right? There ain't much here. Well, first and foremost, it has access to the tunnel. We can go down into the mine shaft through here. I put a little trap door up top so that way nothing could come down, so I don't have rats running around here. We have the table up there. We have the Gem of Eternal Density, which I really haven't fooled around with. It's supposed to condense things down to the simplest form. Something like that. If I could explain it better, I wish I could. Eventually I will be able to, but I've been busy doing other things in here. It's not even funny. Okay, so here's my chest for all my leftover stuff. As you can see, I've got plenty of glass, a couple of redstone, chest and such should I need them. Of course, I already have my Klein Star. As you can see, with 10 million EMC in this thing, I have no problem creating anything I want almost. So we just have all kinds of power. Okay, pull this sucker out. We've gotten so much. And I can easily go back and create more rooms, and I've actually thought about doing that. Anyway, enough about that. More items that were crafted. Charm of the Dead. This thing's awesome. We'll pull this out. This can't be enchanted with self-repair, but it is cool to say the least. Sword of the Zephyr. This is awesome. This thing actually allows me to pull mobs to me. It allows me to briefly fly. And it is just that awesome. As soon as this thing will let me up here. Now you see those little swirls? This takes over the zombie. Hey zombie, kill that rat for me. There we go, an epic battle of zombie versus rat. Well, not any undead, but basically skeletons and zombies, things of that nature, will pretty much forget about you and attack other enemies. As long as it's not a creeper. They will attack each other. They will attack basically almost any aggressive beside creepers. So as you can see with this little trinket, the Charm of Dead, hello. Yeah. You see with all my stuff, creepers don't do a dang thing to me. Yeah, he's not going to do anything to me. He won't go after creepers for some reason. They all ignore creepers. I can't figure that one out. But anyway. Oh, hello. Alright, out of here. As you can see, I can jump and right-click anywhere. And I can actually pretty much fly. I can right-click this werewolf, and watch this. Alright, I was too far away. Hey. What are you doing? There we go. Now I can pull him to me. Why anyone would want to do that, I don't know. But, so much for him. There's that scorpion. Pull the scorpion to me and get him out of the way. Not a problem. So with all the coolness we have here, there's so much fun to be had. The one thing about this sword too is I can fall and not take fall damage. See? I fall ever so lightly down. Now the zombie will go ahead and take out my enemy here. Hey zombie. Help him take out this stupid thing. Now an epic combat will ensue. There we go. And now they'll all attack each other. There we go. All I have to do is just sit back and enjoy, because now they're going to take each other out. Yeah, I don't get experience, but whatever. That's what that's for. Get out of here. Now, the biggest downside about the Sword of the Zephyr, it's not as strong as the other swords. So, the Dark Matter Sword and the Red Matter Sword pretty much are stronger than this. But they don't get to do all the cool effects. So, I mean, what more could you want? Does pretty well for... It's pretty much a novelty type thing. As you can see, when you're in groups, it actually shoots lightning out to take out some of your enemies. So it's pretty cool. But, yeah, once you get toward endgame, it becomes more novelty than anything else. So that's pretty much the Sword of the Zephyr. We can fly, we can glide, we can do all kinds of crazy things. Oh, get up there. Now, of course, the gliding effect only happens every so many seconds, so you really can't chain it. You can still do it at a pretty good rate. You just have to understand that it's not going to chain very well. So you pretty much glide, I guess you could say, instead of fly. Once we get to the top of this tree, I'll be able to give you a better example. Of course, I did a little bit of work on this tree. I don't know what I'm going to do with it now because I have everything I need down at the bottom. So, okay, here we go. Once we get to the top here, pretty high up, I will say. There's the sun all the way over there. There is everything down below. And away we're going to go. So we slowly glide down. Then we'll go ahead and use this to glide all the way around. Lots of right clicking will show you that you're not going to fly, you're basically going to glide. So, I mean, it's fun to do, but it is what it is. So anyway, speaking of which, not only by using the Sword of the Zephyr, by using the glide feature, using all of its special features, it will take durability damage. That's why I went ahead and put the self-repair enchant on this. So for the most part, when it's not being used, it will regenerate itself. The self-repair kind of works at maybe one repair every 1 to 1.5 seconds. So it's basically one tick gives you one heal. So we'll go ahead and put that back. And by heal, I mean self-repair the sword, not heal you. Don't want to confuse anybody by saying that because that would get very, very confusing. Okay, next up, I made this sword just to try it out. It's called the Thaumium Sword. It's got the Relic Hunter 3 enchant on it. This really doesn't help me now because I've done really thoroughly went through Thaumcraft. I really can't research anything else, so all I'm getting is pretty much leftovers. So if this sword was still... It's effective to a certain degree, but so you see it'll get monsters and animals to drop relics. Depending upon what you kill will depend upon what relic you get. You kill Enderman, you're going to get, you'll get one type of enchant. If you kill Undead, you'll get the Forbidden. It all depends on what you get. See, animals... There we go. And unfortunately, this sword is probably weaker than the sword of the Zephyr. So we get to that area, it's not exactly great. So that's a common artifact, pretty much from common animals and such you'll get. Alright, well, so much for the Thaumium sword. We'll go ahead and put that back. Okay, so now that's going to be on self-repair. We should probably put the Charm of the Dead back in self-repair, since not much is going to happen with all that. Thankfully, with the little charm, we heal right away. Anyway, where is the other ring? Here we go. Swiftwolf's Rending Gale. This is a pretty cool thing, too. First and foremost, well, this is an equivalent exchange item. It's made with 4 feathers, 4 dark matter, and the iron band. So pretty much those will make it. And to make the iron band, you're going to use 8 iron ingots with a bucket of lava in the middle. Or if you even have it, you can make the Vulcanite amulet. But I think it might be a little bit too expensive. You're better off just using the lava bucket. So just go ahead and use that. You get the iron band, and you can play around with that. Right now, I made the Swiftwolf's Rending Gale. Now this thing uses a redstone, and for all of its features, you should probably... they're all going to use redstone pretty much. So what we're going to do, go back, we'll get a nice stack of redstone, and we'll use that for educational purposes. Anyway, where we have the redstone, let's get it. 1 redstone here. Should probably put some of this stuff into Klein Star. We don't need that, so we'll get rid of you. We'll put all of you in here, just to get rid of this stuff and build up the Klein Star a little bit. Not that it doesn't need it, but anyway, let's release the lock. Okay, there's the lock released. Okay, well, there we go. Good enough. Okay, now that we have that accomplished, first and foremost, this can actually let you fly, like in creative mode. You simply double hit your spacebar. There we go. And as you can see, the ring's already activated. You can fly up by holding down the spacebar. You can go down by pressing the shift key. So there we go. We can go up. We can go ahead and go across. Going down involves the shift. And we can zoom all around, just like creative mode. Now, of course, while you're doing all this, redstone will be consumed. Just giving you a heads up. So it's at a slow rate. We don't see any being consumed right now. But give it time and it will be consumed. Also, what we can do, using the right click button, we can actually use a knockback feature for animals and monsters and such, as I will demonstrate. As you can see, it sends them flying. Wherever that rabbit landed, I have no idea. And this too is going to consume some redstone and EMC. So, continue to play around with it. Alright, the next one is going to be, well, you double hit your spacebar and it deactivates the flying mode totally. Like the sword, as long as this is equipped on your hotbar, this will prevent you from taking fall damage. Anyway, the last feature of this ring is you can press C, and it will turn on a force field. So basically this force field is good for like ranged, if you're being under attack by ranged beings and such. As you can see, it glows nice and red when it's activated. And as well, it will consume redstone. Well, as you can see, it would consume redstone if we didn't have our Klein Star here. As you can see, it's slowly draining the Klein Star instead, so that's not a problem. So we should probably go ahead and put the Klein Star in the bag. Now it's consuming redstone, that's why. Alright, so that's pretty much it on that. And like I said, the most important thing with this is that as long as this is equipped on your hotbar, you don't have to worry about taking any type of fall damage. Get out of here. There we go. We can turn that off. I will give you just one quick demonstration on how it works. Well, at least with the fall damage anyway. As we're going to fly all the way to the top of this tree. Maybe even... this will be good enough. And then we can just drop. There we go. Oh, so much for the ring. Okay, we'll wind down this video with one quick demonstration of the enchanting process. We'll go down here. I'm going to actually enchant my shears here with the self-repair enchant. So here we are at the actual table again. As you can see, it looks very nice. I put the stabilizing singularity on here so I can get the most out of my V being used. So we'll put the shears in. Well, that's most unfortunate. We can't enchant them. Maybe we can wind up enchanting something else. Let me check my backpack real quick. I don't know if I can enchant the wrench. Ruby pickaxe. Maybe we can go ahead and enchant that. Let's see. Oh, okay, here we go. So we can put self-repair on it, unbreaking, and fortune, efficiency, and such. Basically, for something like this, self-repair would be good, but so is fortune 3. It's going to require 743 V, it looks like. So, of course, we'll want that. A little expensive, but we've got more than enough. Okay, we'll go ahead and hit go on that. There's actually tanks. There's like 3 tanks located underneath this floor here, full of pure V. As we have our pipes here leading right up into our filters. We have one set of pipes going right down through here, all the way up to the tank. So, as you can see, it's almost done already. And that's because we had a lot of pure V already built up. So it doesn't really require a lot of stuff on the fly. So with this, we should have our ruby pickaxe enchanted with fortune 3 in just a couple of seconds. As soon as this gets done, right about now, maybe now, possibly now. There we go. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and swap that out. And that's just going to keep on going because I flooded it with a ton of redstone. As a matter of fact, I'm not even going to put these redstone in there because it's already full. I might as well reinvest it in my Klein Star because I've took it out of my Klein Star. So we're just going to go ahead and refill that real quick. There we go. Alright, make sure that's nice and full. Then we'll just go do a quick demo. Actually, wrong way. Well, I really don't think you folks need a demonstration on how the whole fortune thing works. Basically, it doubles your resources. So, fortune 3, you get the idea that we're going to get a ton of whatever we mine up. Okay, so we got one block. But when it activates, you generally get double what you mine. So if you mine up a diamond, you're going to get 2 diamond. So we're pretty much just going from here. You mine up a couple redstone, you're going to get double the redstone you mined up. So we're just going to go ahead and clean up right here. And that's going to be pretty much it. So anyway, this has been the update about what's happening lately for Technic Minecraft. Trying to get back to where we were before, slowly getting there. And that's it. I hope you found this video informative or entertaining or maybe even both. If so, please leave comments down below in the comment section. Comments, questions, suggestions, or whatever. I would love to hear from you. Anyway, have a wonderful day, and if not, then just simply bake it. I'll see you again next time.